Attitude is everything. Lesson 12. Networking that gets result. You can get everything in life you want if you will just help enough other people get what they want. By Zig Ziglar. When I met freelance copywriter Stu Kamen in the fall of 1990, it set off an incredible chain reaction that would forever impact my business. Let me share with you what happened. In 1992, Stu was a contributing writer with Think and Grow Rich newsletter. At Stu's suggestion, that newsletter ran a front page story about me and how I went from being a lawyer to a motivational speaker at the same time. I entered into an agreement with that newsletter where they would sell my attitude is everything merchandise through their publication. Thousands of items were sold. Think and Grow Rich newsletter also began to run some of my own article in their publication. As a result, I got calls from their readers and was hired for several speaking engagement. I also get a better from one of their subscriber named Jim Donovan who lived in New York at that time. We became good friends. Jim referred me to publisher and other resources in the publishing industry. By the way, Jim went on to write several great self-help books of his own, including Handbook to a Happier Life and This Is Your Life, Not a Dress Rehearsal. And all of these great things happened because I tapped into Stu Kamen's network and then the Think and Grow Rich newsletters network and then Jim Donovan's network. The power of networking is nothing short of awesome. If given the choice, wouldn't you like to succeed sooner rather than later? Well, networking is a way to leverage your own efforts and accelerate the pace at which you get results. After all, the more solid relationship you build, the greater your opportunities for success. The benefits of networking. While your success certainly starts with you, it grows to higher levels as a result of your associations and relationship with people. Simply put, you can succeed on a grand scale all by yourself. That's why networking is so important. For the purpose of this lesson, let's define networking as a development of relationship with people for mutual benefits. In the business arena, networking has the following benefits: generates new clients or business leads, increases employment opportunities, helps in finding the right people to fill critical positions, provides valuable information and resources, assists in solving problems. In the personal realm, here is what networking can do for you. Enhance your social relationship by introducing you to new friends. Help you to become acquainted with people of varying ethnic, cultural, and philosophical backgrounds. Provide valuable information and resources. Contribute to your spiritual growth. Now that we know that networking can do, the question is what can we do to enhance the effectiveness of our network? Let me pass along 16 techniques that I have found productive. To simplify matters, I have organized them into four separate but related categories. Number one, attitude and action. Second, referrals. Third, communication. And fourth, follow up. Attitude and action. Number one, project a winning attitude. When it comes to networking, attitude is everything. If you are positive and enthusiastic, people will want to spend time with you. They will want to help you. If you are gloomy and negative, people will avoid you and they will hesitate to refer you to their friends and colleagues. Number two, participate actively in groups and organization. Effective networking and relationship building takes more than paying dues, putting your name in a directory and showing up for meetings. You must demonstrate that you will take the time and make the effort to contribute to the group. What kind of things can you do? For starters, you can volunteer for committees or serve as an officer or member of the board of directors. The other members will respect you when they see you roll up your sleeves and do some work. They will also learn about your pupil, skills, your character, your values, and last but not least, your attitude. Let's get back to Stukaman for a moment. He wanted to build contacts with advertising agencies, so he joined the Long Island Advertising Club in 1994. Stu immediately began to attend the group's meeting. When they asked for volunteers for various projects, Stu raised his hand. He got actively involved. Within 6 months after joining, somebody approached him and said, "We hear good things about you. You are a hard worker and very energetic. Would you like to join our board of directors?" As you might guess, Stu gladly accepted, and within a few months he began to see a significant increase in his business. In early 1999, Stu told me that well over 50% of his current business can be traced to people he met through the Long Island Advertising Club, proving that people can get big results in a short time by networking effectively. Third, serve others in your network. Serving others is crucial to building and benefiting from your network. You should always be thinking, how can I serve others? Instead of what's in it for me. If you come across as desperate or as a taker rather than a giver, you won't find people willing to help you. Going the extra mile for others is the best way to get the flow of good things coming back to you. How can you serve others in your network? Start by referring business leads or potential customer. In addition, whenever you see an article or other information that might be of interest to someone in your network, forward the material to that person. When I think of effective networkers, the first name that comes to mind is Mark LeBlanc. Mark gives representations to business owners who want to grow their business and to salespeople who want to sell more of their products and services. I have referred many people to Mark. Why? He is a talented, service oriented person who has gone out of his way to encourage me and to help me build my business. Mark has put me in touch with people in his own network who are in a position to help me. He distributes my material at his presentations. Mark is one of those people who just keeps giving and giving and giving. That's why people want to help Mark, and that's one reason why his own business is growing. As the Bible says, give and it shall be given unto you. That's the truth. Referrals. Fourth, if you refer someone, make sure that the person mentions your name as the source of the referral. Be explicit. Let's assume you are about to refer John Smith to your graphic designer, Jane Jones. You might say to John, "Give Jane a call and please tell her that I referred you." In some instances, you may even call Jane and let her know that John Smith will be contacting her. Then, the next time you see or speak to Jane, remember to ask if John called and how it turned out. You want to reinforce in Jane's mind that you are looking out for her and helping her to grow her business. Fifth, be selective. Don't refer every person you meet. Respect the time of those in your network. Referring unqualified leads will reflect poorly on you. Ask yourself whether or not a particular referral is really going to be the value to your network partner. Keep in mind that the key is quality, not quantity of leads you supply. Communication. Be a good listener. Have you ever been speaking to someone who goes on and on about himself and his business and never takes a moment to ask about you? We have all run into the me types, and they are the last people you want to help. So, in your conversation, focus on drawing other people out. Let them talk about their careers and interests. In return, you will be perceived as caring, concerned, and intelligent. You will eventually get your turn to talk about yourself. Sure, this is Del Carnegie 101, but it works. 7. Call people from time to time just because you care. How do you feel when someone calls you on the phone and says, "Hey, I was just thinking about you and was wondering how you are doing"? I'll bet you feel like $1 million. If that's the case, why don't we make these calls more often? Every now and then, make it a point to call people in your network simply to ask how they are doing and to offer you support and encouragement. That's right. Call just because you care and because that's the way you would like to be treated. Every December, I pick up the phone and call certain clients I haven't spoken with for a long time. Many of these people haven't ordered anything from my company in years. My call is upbeated and my only agenda is to be friendly. I don't try to sell them anything. I appreciate the business they have given me in the past. I just want to hear how they are doing personally and professionally. If business comes from these calls, that's a great. If business doesn't come from these calls, that's a great. Year after year, I do get business as a result of making these calls. Someone will say, "I need to order more of those attitude is everything lapel pins." Or, "Our company is having a sales meeting in 6 months and they may want you to do a presentation. Please understand that this is not manipulation or a sales tactic on my part. I am not expecting these people to give me a business. I really care about how they are doing. Business is simply a byproduct of reconnecting with them. Eighth, take advantage of everyday opportunities to meet people. You can make excellent contacts just about anywhere at the health club or online at the supermarket. You never know from what seed your next valuable relationship will sprout. When I go to the gym or for a walk, I often wear an attitude is everything shirt. It is a great icebreaker and people will come up to me to talk about attitude. It gives me an opportunity to learn about them and to tell them about my company. Ninth, treat every person as important, not just the influential ones. Don't be a snob. The person you meet, whether or not they are the boss, may have a friend or relative who can benefit from your product or service. So, when speaking to someone at a point to party, give that person your undivided attention. And please promise me that you won't be one of those who gazes around looking for more important people to talk to you. That really bugs me. You are talking with someone and then he notices someone out of the corner of his eye, someone he deems more important than you. So he stops listening to you and abruptly breaks away to start a conversation with that other person. Don't do that. Treat every person you encounter with dignity and respect. 10th, at meetings and seminars, make it a point to meet different people. Don't sit with the same group at every gathering. While it is great to talk with friends for part of the meeting, you will reap greater benefits if you make the extra effort to meet new faces. In 1994, I was in Washington, D.C. to attend the annual convention of the National Speakers Association. At lunch, instead of sitting with some friends, I sat down at a table where I didn't know anyone. Sitting at that table was a woman named John Berg, and we struck up a conversation. Her company, Office Dynamics, conduct excellent training programs for administrative office professionals. It turned out that Joan is also a big believer that attitude is everything. And nearly 20 years later, She still orders my attitude is everything, left pins and distributes them to some of the participants in her training program. In addition, Joan often displays my literature at her programs, which has generated thousands of dollars in business for me. Most importantly, Jones has become a wonderful friend. I'm sure glad I didn't sit with my friends that day, as I would have missed out on a tremendous opportunity. 11th, be willing to go beyond your comfort zone. For instance, if you have the urge to introduce yourself to someone, do it. You might hesitate, thinking that the person is too important or too busy to speak with you. Even if you are nervous, force yourself to move forward and make contact. You will get more comfortable as time goes on. 12th, ask for what you want. By helping others, you have now earned the right to request assistance yourself. Don't be shy. As long as you have done your best to serve those in your network, they will be more than willing to return the favor. Follow up. 13. Send a prompt note after meeting someone for the first time. Let's say you attend a dinner and make a new contact. Send a short note as soon as possible explaining how much you enjoyed meeting and talking with him or her. Enclose some of your own material and perhaps include information and that might be the interest to this person, such as the name of a trade magazine and a subscription card. Ask if there is anything you can do to assist this individual. Be sure to send the note within 48 hours after your initial meeting so that's received while you are still fresh in your contact's mind. 14. Acknowledge powerful presentation or articles. If you hear an interesting presentation or read a great article, send a note to the speaker or writer and tell him or her how much you enjoyed and learned from their message. One person in 100 will take the time to do this. Be the one who does. I'm not saying that speakers and writers are special people who deserve to be worshipped. The point is, speakers and writers often have developed a huge network of the people covering a variety of industries. A network you can tap into. Number 15. When you receive a referral or helpful written material, always send a thank you note or call to express your appreciation. Follow this suggestion only if you want to receive more referral and more useful information. If you don't acknowledge that person sufficiently, he or she will be much less likely to assist you in the future. 16th, send congratulatory cards and letters. If someone in your network gets a promotion, award, or celebrates some other occasion, for example, a marriage or birth of a child, write a short note on congratulations. Everyone loves to be reorganized, yet, very people take the time to do this. Being thoughtful in this manner can only make you stand out. It's also appropriate to send a card or memorial gift when a family member dies. Building your network. The networking suggestions offered above are merely the tip of the iceberg. You should be able to come up with several new ideas of your own. How? By going to your library or bookstore and seeking out the many excellent books on networking, and by noticing what other people are doing and adapting their ideas in a way that suits you. Remember that networks are built over time and that significant results usually don't show up immediately. So be patient, build a solid foundation or relationship, and continue to expand and strengthen them. You will have to put in a lot before you begin reaping the big rewards. One final point, great networking skills are not a substitute for being excellence in your field. You might be terrific PR person, but if you are not talented at what you do and constantly learning and improving, your efforts will yield disappointing results. Now go ahead. Select a few of these networking techniques and implement them right away. Get to work serving and improving your network, then you will truly have an army of troops working to help you succeed.